episode of the Disability Show live. This week, I want to talk about shopping tips. So, as you all probably know, there are shops all over Walt Disney World, in the parks, in the hotels, and even at obviously at Disney Springs. One of our strategies is if we see something specific in one store, we wait to buy it until we see it again at another store at hopefully a better price. That way, you're not carrying extra loads while in the parks. And of course, some of the gift shops, some of the stores, depending on the park or area or hotel, they have park or resort specific merch, which is great because that's kind of stuff you wouldn't find anywhere else. So if you see something and you really want it and you don't want to wait, make sure you get it because you don't know if it's the last thing they have left. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later. And I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, it's very hot this time of year in Florida. And last week we talked about places to keep cool at Epcot. So this week we're going to cover my top 5 places to keep cool in the Magic Kingdom. Number 5, the Carousel of Progress. Now, the Carousel of Progress is a great show, and it's also a great place in Tomorrowland to just sit down, keep cool, while the Carousel Theater spins around and stuff. It it's great. It was one of the 4 attractions that Walt personally created for the New York World's Fair. It so that show is a not only a great place to keep cool, but also a very important piece of Walt's legacy. Number 4, Mickey's PhilharMagic. Now this is a great show in Fantasyland, a great 3D movie. It has wonderful AC and great wind effects and stuff. And and of course Donald trying to get Mickey's sorcerer's hat back, even though he claims it's his. But it's so much fun, Just sit down, keep cool while enjoying one of the best 3D movies at Walt Disney World. Number 3, the Columbia Harbor House. Now, we have said in the past that this is our favorite quick service at the Magic Kingdom, and it's also another great place to just cool off and have a nice meal, especially when we go upstairs and get a bird's eye view. Yes, I am living the light. ICCE Danny, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, especially if you're a huge Disney fan. As I was saying, it's a great place, great quick serve, and you get a bird's eye view of Liberty Square. Number 2, the Emporium on Main Street. Now, not only is this a great shop, but also a great place to duck in from the hot sun and look at for so many different kinds of amazing merch. that, of course, Disney is famous for. And my number one place to cool off at the Magic Kingdom, uh, Pinocchio's Village Haas. Now, this is another great quick serve in Fantasyland. We especially like to go in there to sit down before the lunch crowd. That way, we sit down and there's literally no one there, so you could just have a quiet moment, just have a snack, and especially when you're when you sit at those tables in front of the window where you get a view of the small world boats going by. It's great. It's very awesome. So anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite place to cool off is at the Magic Kingdom. And now it is time for Toy Crazy World. Or, mm, well, hi Gojo and, and Shaquita Holmes. Toy Crazy World. Just make sure you guys subscribe and let me know if you're huge Disney fans. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. I am doing great, Gojo. I hope you're doing good too. So, on both coasts, you will find a hotel that celebrates Disney and Pixar animation. At Walt Disney World, it's of course my personal favorite hotel, the Art of Animation. I know, right? Art of Animation, which celebrates the stories of Cars, Finding Nemo, Lion King, and Little Mermaid. Oh, Gojo, are you a fan of Art of Animation too? And at the Disneyland Resort, it's the Pixar Place Hotel, formerly known as Paradise Pier. It now celebrates all things Pixar, all the way down to the guy from Soul playing piano in the lobby. So anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments which animation hotel you prefer. Diz, Art of Animation, or Dat, Pixar or Place. And now it is time for my humble opinion. So, there is no festival going on right now at Epcot, which is kind of rare. Which means that the American Gardens Theater has nothing going on there right now. So, what I think during the rare off time seasons at Epcot, they should have either the Voices or the Jameters do a one show a day there, then go back to their sets in their usual spots. Just like sort of like what they did during the pandemic. That way the theater can still be in use. That's my humble opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Now, with D23 right around the corner, they have made some. Um, they haven't announced the full lineup of all the huge panels that will be there for D23, the which is of course the ultimate Disney fan event. Of course, stock dog. We don't talk politics here. Thank you very much. Uh, as I was saying, D23 right around the corner. They have announced all of the big panels of course, the one I most look forward to, and all of you who are huge fans of the parks, is the Horizons Parks Conference. And that one's going to be late in our time, but the following morning I will be going live, and after seeing the some video of the parks conference, after seeing that and going through everything they're going to do, I will of course be going live and giving my review and my perspective of things. And and of course they got all the other big stuff for D23. I think of course they're going to have the game conference, and they're going to have a special tribute to Richard Sherman, the great composer of so many Disney classics, who sadly passed away earlier this year. They're going to have some Disney Channel panels. They're going to have some ABC stuff. They're going to have celebrate 70 years of the Muppets. So I cannot wait. Stock Doc, I, please. But I cannot wait to D see all this. Of course, D23 the is Comic Con for all things Disney. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later. And I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. For this week's shout outs, what is my favorite Disney film? Gojo. I oh I want to say Cars, but I also love the more underrated films, like Treasure Planet and Atlantis. Call me crazy, but anyway, for this week's shout outs, make sure you guys check out Nate, aka Paging Mr. Morrow. He does great vlogs from the parks every single week. Definitely check him out. No, I don't, Ojo. Also, make sure you guys check out Tamia Smiles over on Instagram. She does great Disney content on her Instagram. Definitely check her out as well. Also, make sure you guys check out Maria over at LBV TV. She does great vlogs and live streams from the parks. Definitely check her out as well. Also, make sure you guys check out Jessica and Lewis over on their Instagram. And hopefully, they'll be back to doing some live streams on their One Little Spark JL channel. Definitely check them out as well. If you have not subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time,